Okay, so you've placed your text, and as long as the item is selected, you should be able to see the blue line that connects the two text boxes together. You link those items by by clicking on the output and then clicking on the import to finish placing it. And so those two items are now connected with a thread. If I were to take this text box and change the size of it, I'm just going to temporarily do this. I made that smaller, and you can see the text will just automatically flow into the other text box. So as long as those two pieces are connected, let me undo because there, you're going to be able to see that they flow and everything works very well together. And you can also link text between objects by going through type, up to type, and select threaded text and create, and that will join the boxes together automatically for you. Make sure that you're saved, and you can deselect, click off to the, as soon as it saves, you can click off to the side to deselect. Now we're going to create some columns of text. I'm on the top of page 220, and we're going to change something into columns, which I've already done. Let me back out of this so I can demonstrate to you. I'm sorry I got this kind of out of order. But all you need to do, you've got text that looks like this, and all you need to do is go up to Object, and it's going to be Text Frame Options, or type. Oh, sorry, area type options. I'm sorry, it's in under type. And when you do this, you change the number of columns to 2, and that is going to give you the column spacing in between. And all you need to do is grab that center of handle and drag up so that you can place the uh, donation amounts into the order that they're supposed to be in alongside of the member circle name. Okay, that was really a very simple operation to do. Just balance the text out. Now, we can format text in using character and paragraph formatting. We can apply fills. We can do stroke attributes. You can change transparency. You can make changes to a single character, a select and do a range, or you can do everything in the type object that you select. We're going to select a type object rather than selecting the text itself. And then you can apply global formatting to all of the text, including options from the character and paragraph panel. You can do fill, you can do stroke, and you can do transparencies. So right now we're going to work on changing the font family and the font style. We're going to apply a font to the text. Now, you can use the Typekit fonts. If you are down in the computer lab, you're not going to have access to the Typekit. So if you do, when you're doing that, just use something that's already loaded. Uh, we just don't have the Typekit in there. It's a pay-as-you-go service. There are some free areas of it, but because of it being on the school license, we can't do it. You have the free offers if you're at home using this, and you have a subscription. There is a limited amount of fonts that's available for you. So if you're at the lab, you can just kind of skip over this. If you don't have your type, or if you're at home and you're doing this and you want to make sure your Typekit is set up, all you need to do is go to your desktop application, launch Creative Cloud, and make sure that you're signed in. And then you're going to go into your assets and select fonts and turn on your Typekit. It's a pretty easy operation to do, and once you do that, mine's already done. I've used it for quite a while, but you're going to be able to add fonts that you're downloading onto your own computer. Now, we'll want to zoom in on that text that we have in the center of the artboard, and just take your text tool and click somewhere in to set your cursor, and then you're going to select all. Oh, sorry, select all. That's going to give you all of the text. And that's also going to connect the, and select the text that's on the other artboard that is in the chained threaded text box. Now, you can now add a font. All you need to do is go up to your character, add, and select Add Fonts from Typekit. You can follow the instructions in the book. That's going to open up a web page that's going to look like this. You're going to select sans serif and select Adele Sans and click on Use Font. It's going to take a little while for that to download to your computer. I had to wait quite a bit for it. But once you have that sorted and you use it, you'll get a pop-up that says click Sync Selected Fonts, and it will download. But I will warn you, it does take a few minutes. So once that loads, you'll get a little pop-up that tells you that it's loaded. And when you go back to Illustrator, you can just click on the arrow, and you're going to find, well, you can actually go to there should be something to let you do the Typekit fonts, or scroll through. I have a lot of fonts on my computer, by the way, but just scroll through and find Adele Sans. If you do not have access to this, to the Typekit, there we go. Use whatever you want. It's not going to matter. But when you click on that, and you get the drop down, and you can just select any font that you want. This sets the font family to Adele Sans and the font style to regular. So, oh, undo, Control Z. Let me zoom in again, and I want to select the font here, the paragraph. Again, use whatever you have loaded, so it doesn't matter. You can pick up whatever font you prefer to use. But next we're going to go in, and we want Thursdays at. Oh, we want that was that one that we put in, that other piece of text. Let's find that. That's down here someplace. And you can click with your type tool 3 times. It's going to select the entire paragraph, and you can find in your list of fonts, and we're going to take off the filter, and we're just going to look for an Adobe Garamond Pro, which is going to actually come up under G for Garamond. Again, I have way too many fonts loaded on here. If I start typing this in, G-A-R, okay, I guess in this one it is actually coming up under Adobe. Adobe Garamond Pro. You start typing into the section up there, and the fonts will pop up that fit. And so I want to select Pro Bold, Italic. There we go. Or find something that you have loaded if you don't have that one. Be careful when selecting text. If you attempt to drag across the text to select it, you might end up creating something that you didn't mean to do. You might add another text box. Things can get a little crazy. Just remember, you can always undo. We're going to use font search to locate a font. So now we want to find Safari Zoo, which is this one over here, and just click to select that. And you can do the select all, or you can triple click again. Click whatever font is listed in the font menu in the control panel to select the font name. Oh, and again, we're doing the same thing here. So if you type GA, you're going to start getting those letters like I had said. We are looking for Garamond Pro. Again, Garamond, it used to come up under Adobe, and I don't see that that's doing that. So again, I guess we're going to use Adobe Garamond Pro again. And we're going to go with, this time with regular, which is, you can select it from that drop down, and that's fine. So use whatever font you prefer. I'm showing the ones that are in the book, but please feel free to change to whatever font you have loaded on your own system. We're at the bottom of page 224, and yes, you can use the up and down arrows to navigate through your fonts. All you really need to do is get in the font list and just hitting your up or down arrows, well, you do have to have the text selected when you start doing that. Well, oh, okay. Should be able to do it this way then. Nope, it's not doing it for me. You should be able to use the arrows to navigate through the fonts. And I'm not sure why this isn't working for me. It does normally. Some days are just like that. So anyway, don't worry about that so much. We're going to go on to page 225, Illustrator package, file package, and typekit fonts. Don't worry so much about the file package command. That's something we'll deal with later in the end of the book. It's just for sending these files to publishers, and it's not important at this point in time. Now, moving on, the changing font size. Typeface size is measured in points. A point will equal 1/72 of an inch. So you can specify any typeface size from 0.1 point to 1,296 points, and that will go in, that's tens, hundreds, thousandths of a point increments. Now, we want that Safari Zoo text still selected, and you do not necessarily need to select the text with the type tool. However, you can, but as long as the item is still selected, we can click and go in and pick up the 36 points.